Hare Krishna, добрый день.
Hare
Всем
Krishna, good afternoon,
сегодня
everyone.
друзьям, гостям, преданным. Hare
Friends,
Krishna.
devotees, guests, thank you, Hare Krishna.
Продолжим нашу мантра-йогу.
We'll continue our mantra yoga.
Вчера мы обсуждали несколько мантр и значения.
Yesterday we discussed
Мантр
a
и
few
причина,
different
почему
mantras and meanings,
благоприятно произносить мантры на
how
санскрите.
to correctly pronounce
Что
mantras
сам звук,
in Sanskrit, the correct sound,
звуковая вибрация санскрита
the
исходит до нас с духовного плана, с духовного мира.
the vibrations of the mantras come from the spiritual world,
Присутствует на других планетах этой вселенной.
and they exist on other planets of this universe.
Читая мантры на санскрите, произнося санскрит,
and pronouncing Sanskrit,
мы
we,
также возвышаем свое сознание.
we also raise our consciousness
Духовно
to our spiritual
возвышается.
consciousness.
Мы вспомнили вчера, пропели мантры.
If you remember, we chanted a few different mantras from Brahma Samhita,
Молитвы, которые произносил Господь Брахма, Творец этой вселенной,
the mantras that are chanted by Lord Brahma.
Шрила Прабхупад советовал
Srila
произносить на
Prabhupada
ежедневной основе,
suggested that we do this on a larger scale
поскольку очень благоприятно.
because it's very auspicious
Те же самые мантры, которые произносил Господь Брахма,
to chant the same mantras that were chanted by Lord Brahma.
также
It enters into our consciousness in the same way.
Мы также говорили, что
We also talked about,
и ученые также отметили,
and
что
scientists also noticed
способность и активность
how to
мозга и другие разные проявления улучшаются, если человек изучает, читает мантры на санскрите.
how that these mantras can help people, these Sanskrit mantras.
И таким образом
In that way,
наше сознание одухотворяется.
our consciousness
Почему именно
becomes
Шрила Прабхупад
spiritualized.
также делал ударение на этом,
And
что
Srila Prabhupada made an accent on this.
мы не всегда можем понимать смысл того, что
We can't
произносим.
always understand the meaning of what
Но
we're
Шрила Прабхупад говорит,
pronouncing.
что
But
сама
Srila Prabhupada said
вибрация звуковая очищает.
that the
Просто
vibration
если мы
itself
слушаем, не говоря даже
purifies yourself
о том,
if we're
когда
listening,
мы сами произносим
if we're
мантры,
translating it ourselves.
пометуем, произносим, и если мы помним или понимаем их значение, еще более благоприятно.
And it's even better to do that.
Мы знаем, в один праздник Джанмаштами Шрила Прабхупада читал на санскрите несколько часов подряд лилы Кришны. И ученики
And these are the same as the Leelas for Krishna.
Прабхупад говорил, просто слушайте звуковую вибрацию.
Just listen to the spiritual translation, the spiritual vibrations, and
Насколько
it'll purify you.
благоприятна сама
They're so auspicious
вибрация санскрита.
that we should do this in Sanskrit.
Первый язык в творении, на котором все полубоги,
It's the
все
first
мудрецы,
language of the universe.
возносят молитву Господу. И если мы также на этом языке,
And if we
эти
chant in the
молитвы
same
произносим,
question,
то мы
the same language,
входим с ними в унисон, и наше сознание постепенно
we'll go into that, and our consciousness will continue to be elevated
становится вселенского масштаба.
onto the universal level.
Мы говорили также, что
We also said that
есть разные мантры по
there's
предназначению.
different mantras with different meanings.
Это может быть мантры, прославляющие Всевышнего, которые описывают его
There are
игры, деяния. Тогда важно
mantras that can glorify the different pastimes and activities of the Lord in Sanskrit.
есть мантры специально для
There's mantras that are especially for
защиты, предназначены для защиты. Мы поем
for
мантры,
defending yourself, protecting yourself,
прославляющие Господа Нарасимхадева.
like for Lord Nrsimhadev.
Есть мантры
There's mantras
для
for
обретения
achieving
духовных, так сказать, доспехов.
Spiritual success, like Narayana Kavacha.
Слово кавача, значит, доспехи или броня. Доспехи богов.
Was like for the success of the demigods
Через звук.
through sound.
В то время, когда
When the time of
боги потеряли власть,
when the demigods lost the power
демоны победили,
and the demons defeated them,
Господь Индра, царь райских планет,
Lord Indra, the king of heaven, went to Lord Brahma, and Brahma suggested he go to Vishwarup to receive this mantra, who also became their priest and got the mantra from Vashta. And this mantra of Narayana Kavacha allows has a special protective power. Maybe we'll read this mantra sometime, this Narayana Kavacha, for the benefit, for our benefit. Maybe in these days there is a specific, there's so much stress that it's so important to raise our defense to a higher level. In order to, we should try to glorify the Lord and at the same time ask for protection from Him. Yesterday we also sang Guru Astakam. And said that it's very important to remember about what we're singing, so that our mood and our devotion, our spiritual emotions became stronger. And we also should understand what we're singing about when we're offering these prayers. And then we sing other mantras that, like for Narasimhadev, and we're asking for protection. Let's try to sing it. This mantra, to sing it. Prahlad Maharaj also offers prayers connected with glorification of Narasimhadev. And he's still chanting. On this planet, there's lots of a diaspora of demonic behavior, but Prahlad Maharaj also glorifies him and glorified Lord Narasimhadev since his childhood. He's a great devotee of the Lord. And he sang about Lord Narasimhadev. He couldn't do anything bad for him. He's the fence of the whole universe. He defended that his father couldn't kill him. This inspires us to go so that we remember Narasimhadev. That nothing can do bad, nothing bad can happen to us. Therefore, it's very important to go into this kind of consciousness.
Шравана, Киртана, Вишну,
Shravanam,
Смаранам.
Kirtanam, Smaranam.
Таковы первые методы преданного служения.
It's
Слушание, воспевание, памятование.
hearing and chanting are the first methods of devotional service.
Прахлад Махарадж возносит такую
Prahlad
молитву
Maharaj chants
Нарасимхадеву.
this prayer to Nrsimha Dev.
Om Namo Bhagavate Narasingaya Namaste Jaste Jase Avir Bhavam Vajranakha Vajradamstra Karma Sayan Randhaya Tamograsa Grasa Om Swaha Abhayam Atmani Puisha Om Shram Hari Om Namo Bhagavate Narasingaya Namaste Jaste Jase Avir Bhavam Vajranakha Vajradangstra Karma Sayan Randhaya Tamograsa Grasa Om Swaha Abhayam Atmani Puisha Om Sharam Prahlad Maharaj вознося молитву и Нарасимхадев говорит Om Namo Bhagavate Narasingaya. О Всевышний Господь Нарасимхадев.
Oh Lord Nrsimha Dev, please accept these my obeisances. My obeisances from you. You are the strength of all strength.
Проявись так, чтобы я мог видеть тебя, чтобы мог помнить о тебе. Ваджранакха своими ваджра молниеподобными, накха ногти или когти.
Your strong nails protect everything.
Своими подобными
With your lightning-like fingers and claws.
Уничтожь, пожалуйста, все мои кармические последствия тем, чтобы я мог предаться тебе.
Please give me the ability to surrender to you. Please open up the darkness.
Делай нас бесстрашными. Абхаям, Атмани, Пришха. Проявись в нашем сердце. Проявись в моем сердце. Ом Шрам. И есть мантры, так называемые звуки.
There's mantras.
Семя мантры, так называемые. Ом Харим.
There are seed mantras.
Харим Шрам. Сами по себе не значит что-то, но
they don't mean anything,
усилительными
but they have a certain strengthening
звуками для того,
sound.
чтобы эта мантра стала эффективной, еще более.
So that they become more effective.
Давайте вознесем молитву также Нарасимхадеву.
The mantras of Nrsimha Dev also.
Поем мантру, которую мы поем каждый день.
We sing the mantra we sing every day. Srila Prabhupada didn't make emphasis on it. He said install a deity of Nrsimhadev and worship him every day
молитву о защите.
and ask for.
Давайте также вознесем молитву на Нрсимхадеву и попросим, прославим его,
Let's
измерим
glorify him and ask for
попросим
protection
о защите и покровительстве от
and his shelter,
врагов внешних, внутренних, с тем, чтобы мы могли беспрепятственно
that we
продвигаться.
can continue without obstacles.
Namaste Narasingaya. Namaste Narasingaya. Namaste Narasingaya. Namaste Narasingaya. Lada, lada, gaine. Lada, lada, gaine. Prahlada, lada, gaine. Prahlada, lada, gaine. Nirantaka Sipurvacha. Nirantaka Sipurvacha. Itonde singa paratonde singa, tonde singa paratonde singa, jato jato yandi tato singa, yato yato yandi tato singa, bahir ni singa hridaye ni singa. Singa, Hridaye, Singa, Narasimha, Mati, Saranam, Prabhati, Singa, Mati, Saranam, Prabhati, Namaste, Narasingaya, Prahlada, Nirantaka Sipurvacha. Silatanganakamaye. Itonde singa paratonde singa, jata jata yanti tato singa. Bahir ni singa hridaye ni singa, ni singa madi saranam prabhati, ni singa madi saranam prabhati, ni singa madi saranam prabhati. Namakara kamala bare. Jai Jagadish Hare, Jai Jagadish Hare, Namakara Kamala Bare, Atuta Sindhya, Dalita Hiranna Kasipu, Dano Brinda. Kesavakarita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare, Jai Jagadish Hare, Jai Jagadish Hare, Jai Jagadish Hare. जय प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल। जय श्री हरि नाम संध्या की जय की जय। हरे कृष्णा। Так защитное мантры, которые обращаются к Господу.
So this was a protectional mantra that is meant for praying, offering to Lord Nrsimhadev. It helps us be free from contaminating influences and to be under the protection of the Lord. And that also the demigods and other elevated entities also turn towards the Lord Nrsimhadev for protection, and Shani Dev. plays a specific role in the universe to help and serve the residents of the universe. He also chants mantras to Nrsimhadev. He asks him to, oh, shelter of protection. He also chants to Nrsimhadev.
सर्वत्र चञ्चलतया स्थितयापि लक्ष्मी भ्रमाणि वन्द्यपदया स्थिरयान्यसेवि पदारविन्दयुगला परमाधरेण सर्वं निसिंहमायति कृपावलोकम् यातरूपमगमहिरा प्रतिपद्यमान्यदम्बिकटिपरतापं हरां विचिन्त्य योगीश्वरारपगतखिलदोषसंगार सर्वं निसिंहमायति कृपावलोकम् प्रह्लाद भक्तवचसा हरराविराशस्तम्भेरण्यकशिपु यावतार भावाउर्रोनिदायोदरो नकरै ददार तत्त्वं निसिंहमायति कृपावलोकम् योनिच्च भक्तमनलं बुद्धिबुद्धरो ग्रहसिंहा प्रपदवीशदन्ति सरित्रिपेभ्यः सर्वात्मकपरमकरुणिको राक्षसत्वं निसिंहमायति कृपावलोकम् निर्विकार पररूप विचिन्तनेन योगेश्वराविषसगरवितरागविश्रान्तिमपुरविनशवतिं पराख्यं तत्त्वं निसिंहमायति कृपावलोकम् यातरूपमुग्र परिमर्दन भावशाली संचिंतनेन सकलाघ विनाशकारी भूताचराग्रह समुद्भव भूतिनाश भीतिनाशं सर्वं निसिंहमायति कृपावलोकम् यासुत्तमाया सौमपति पद्मजन्म सग्रादि दैवत सवस्तुतमस्तगीतं शक्तैव सर्वसमला प्रणमैकदाक्षं सत्वं निसिंहमायति कृपावलोकम् हरिः ॐ तत्सत् Shanidev
offers these prayers for protection from Lord Nrsimhadev. And he says, please throw your merciful glance upon me. Please give your merciful glance, and I will be protected from the power of this material world. And I need to be protected by you, so that I can peacefully fulfill service to you. Nothing can hurt us in this world. Nothing can interfere with us, so we can peacefully fulfill our responsibilities and feel happiness and peace within our hearts, and also happiness and joy in our hearts serving Him. Of course, it also is, there's also Ganapati, who also is responsible in this world for removing obstacles. But he also prays the Lord Nrsimhadev to peacefully fulfill his responsibilities. is very complicated and difficult service. He always is meditating on the Lord so that he is always staying with him. And he fulfills his responsibilities in this service. That without being taken the difficult path. We also need to understand what we're singing about. My obeisances to you, Narasimhadev. That Prahlad means joy, and that stays joyful. Hiranyakashipu Vakjaha, the destroyer of the Hiranyakashipu, Shilatanka Nakalaye. He has like he tears apart his body with his nails. Tell Narasimha, Narasimha is there, Narasimha is here and there. Wherever I go, he's there. Narasimha Dev is there. Bahir Narasimha, he's in our hearts. He's in everywhere. Narasimha Dev, the original Narasimha. Sharanam Prapade. I surrender to you. And I give him the most as I can. I surrender to him. Tavakara Kamalavare. That your lotus-like hands and your nails are wonderful. And your form is wonderful. The body is like it's fragile, but the Lord Keshava took the form of Narahari, the man-like lion. Narahari also means a lion, the man lion. Jaya Jagadish Hare. All glories to the Lord of the universe, Jagadish, Jaya Jagadisha. We also, chanting these mantras, we understand that understanding of what we're singing about. Затем еще мантры, которые мы читаем и произносим на ежедневной основе. There's also mantras that we chant every day in the morning program. Tulasi. But this is already in Bengali. It is prayer to a great devotee. It's also chanted as a mantra in Bengali. It's also specific spiritual energy comes from a devotee. Therefore, they have a great spiritual strength. In the morning, I chant this. chant pranama mantras. Jai Radha Madhava, also in Bengali. Shri Guru Charana Padma is also in Bengali. Gaura Arati in the evening, also in Bengali. Bengali is a close language to Sanskrit. The Chaitanya Charitamrita is written in Bengali. It's also written in these mantras, which is also no different from the strength of Sanskrit. The bhajan that we'll sing before we read Bhagavatam, Jai Radha Madhava, is written about the spiritual abode. We also can end up in the spiritual world. Just singing this mantra, Jai Radha Madhava, Kunja Bihari, that where you're in the kunjas of Vrindavan, Gopi Jana, in the friend of the gopis, the friends of the gopis that are in love with you, Giri Varahari, Giri, the one who holds with his pinky. They chant this mantra, and we chant this mantra, and it's really important to understand its meaning and to become absorbed in this moods of these mantras, because we can enter the spiritual world with these. They prepare us to get ready to enter into the spiritual world. It is the spiritual reality of the spiritual world. Therefore, through them, we end up in the spiritual world. Gopi Jana Balabali, Girivardhari, Yashoda Nandana, Braja Jana Ranjana. Braja Jana means the residents of Vrindavan. Gopi Jana, Braja Jana, the residents of Vrindavan. Ranjana, the happy residents of Vrindavan. Yamuna Tira, Tira, what is it? It's the shore. He walks along the shore. And in the forests that are close by of Vrindavan. So he looks along the banks and in the forests of Vrindavan. And in this way we can imagine and see the whole world, the spiritual world. That we should chant with these feelings and these understandings that is the spiritual energy of the world that are coming to us. We can become like a fish in water instead of being a fish out of water. Get out of anxiety and depression, suffering, out of being not devoted, and have real spiritual find a real spiritual nature, like a fish in water. Thanks to these mantras, they are given to us by great saints and sages that have given us the ability to chant these mantras and study them and study Sanskrit, understand these bhajans, and see the
избавляясь от всех материальных.
spiritual reality and get out of material obstacles and conditioning.
Где нет беспокойств. Материальный мир кунха. Что бы человек
The
ни
material
делал,
world is a kuntha.
как бы он ни пытался избавиться от беспокойств,
Any man that comes to the spiritual world, as much as he tries to get out of misfortunes, they only follow him around.
пытаясь избавиться, но бесполезно. Само по себе место кунха, значит, место исполнено беспокойством.
There's a kunj is a place where there's filled with anxiety and
Вот в чем парадокс.
worrying. This is what the paradox of it is.
Поэтому нет другого, нет метода или
There's
нет
no method
другого способа избавиться
or
от
other
беспокойства,
abilities to
кроме
get
как
rid of these dissatisfactions and these
духовное измерение.
problems
Мантр, посредством бхаджанов,
through chanting mantras and bhajans,
также посредством преданного служения под руководством
spiritual service
духовного учителя.
under the guidance of a spiritual master.
Харе Кришна мантры на ежедневной основе мы постоянно тогда находимся в духовном.
That we're always improving ourselves. We're always becoming more happy and joyful. Let's try to to dive into this mood of Vrindavan. Let's try to understand it and see it, that we're going to Vrindavan, the spiritual world.
Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Raja Janurandana Yashodanandana Raja Janurandana Yamuna Jira Vanachari Jira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Janavallabha Yashodanandana Raja Janurandana Yashodanandana Raja Janurandana Jamuna Jira Vanachari Jira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Bihari Radha Madhava Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Raja Janurandana Janurandana Yashodanandana Raja Janurandana Jamuna Jira Vanachari Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava, Jaya Radha Govinda, Jaya Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda, Jaya Radha Govinda. Oh, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Nitai Gaur Haribo, 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 Jai Gaur Haribo. Nitai Gaur Haribo, 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 Jai Gaur Haribo. जय जय श्री राधा माधव की जय, कुंज बिहारी की जय, श्री राधा गोविंदा जी की जय, पंचातत्व की जय, आनंदा कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, समवेत गुरु भक्त वृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद निताय गौर प्रेमानंद। हरे हरे बोल, हरे कृष्णा Hare Krishna. Так мы оказываемся в духовном измерении.
This is how we get to the spiritual level with the help of mantras, with this help of spiritual technology. We can quickly go to the spiritual world and feel happiness and this in our heart. We can feel fulfilled. But in the material world, the material world keeps us in illusion that we can find this happiness here. We can't find it here. There's none of that here. Therefore, we have the writings of the scriptures and that tell us that no, it's not here, it's there. Lord in his Shikshaskam also tells us. He glorifies the chanting of the holy names that we can attain spiritual bliss just like we want it. We can get everything that we want. We can find everything in this.
Читание Махапрабху говорит, что
Lord
наиболее
Chaitanya also says
мощный способ это совместное воспевание.
that it's
Санкиртан.
the congregational chanting,
Полное
Sankirtan.
Совершенное воспевание.
It's the
Сан.
perfect
Совместное,
chanting.
полное,
Sun,
совершенное.
it's together.
Санскрит.
Sanskrit, it's full,
Полный,
it's everything.
совершенный крит.
It's perfect.
Совершенный язык.
It's on the perfect language.
Санкиртан.
Sankirtan.
Полное, совершенное
The
воспевание.
full, perfect chanting.
Прославляет Господь Чайтанья Махапрабху.
Glorifying Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Mahadavagni Nirvapanam Jaya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavadho Jivanam Ananda Buddhi Vardhana Rajipata Purna Amrita Smadana Sarvatmasnapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu говорит, Param Vijayate.
Lord Chaitanya says Param Vijayate. Jai Shri Krishna Sankirtan. You can also say the whole form. Jai, victory. Jai Sankirtan, Vijay. Lord Chaitanya says Param Vijayate. It's the highest glory of the holy name. Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtan. Why? Because it already gives everything, all knowledge, everything you're desiring to achieve, to acquire, just through chanting the holy names of the Lord. Chaitanya Darpana Brajanam. The mirror of our heart is cleaned. Bhava Mahadvagni Nirvapanam. And it puts out the fire of material existence. The heat that we're burning in like this. And the fire. I don't have anything where to go. Please help me. We try to go there. To an actual protected place. No. You go there and there's fire there. You think I should go there? No, there's a fire there too. So we can't go anywhere. It's just like a forest fire. Everything is burning. What will save us? Nirvapanam Shairava Kavara. Only the chanting of the holy names gives the freedom. The relaxation from all this suffering. It gives relief, and you can feel this in the actual spiritual life. You can feel free from anxiety. Purnamrita Swadanam. It's the highest level of spiritual nectar, and every step is blissful, more and more. Patita Padam. Every step, it expands and expands. It grows and grows. Sarvatmas Napanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. Therefore, all glories to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which saves us from the awful, from the things that are keeping us down in this material world. We can actually feel it.
Но само стремление обрести эту радость и счастье, естественно, нас присутствует, поскольку мы как души исполнены этого блаженства. Теперь надо лишь проникнуть в эту полную блаженство атмосферу духовную, атмосферу духовного мира. Каким образом?
We'll see it in the spiritual world of that Sri Krishna Sankirtanam, group chanting, congregational chanting of the Lord, the Holy Lord of the Lord Krishna. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most merciful form of the Lord. He gives everything. He gives us to our original form in the spiritual world. And therefore we suggest that we do this. Everyone wants this happiness and bliss. And it happens from the mercy of devotees of holy peoples. Samaveta Bhakta Vindaki. All together we can get this bliss and this happiness. And it's for everybody. And only by serving Lord Chaitanya can we get this, fulfill this desire. And we can give this possibility to everybody. Open up this secret for everybody. Helping each other, we can stay there, we can go even higher and higher. And expand, progress further, even more. And helping other people is what to do. To get back to their original blissful condition. These are the orders of Lord Chaitanya. You get the mercy of Krishna. And from his and from the orders of the spiritual master we can get out of this labyrinth of the material world. In the company of devotees and hearing about Krishna, we can all return together to the spiritual world. Thank you for all those who joined us. Thank you for joining us in this translation.